Ladies and gentlemen, we have Lucky Tackle Box. This is the ice fishing edition. This is December. This one was November. This is December. We are on the 20th today, so the card inside is no longer any good. But let's go over the contents of the box. And it looks like I didn't even get one of them Go Lucky golden tickets or whatever they're called. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. It's pretty good, 7 items. So we got the calendar again. I already have one from the walleye box, but you know, another calendar. First off, I see we have, this is BioPro eggs, and it's hatchery trout. It's biodegradable protein bait eggs. Now, these are cool. I imagine they smell. Them actually don't really smell. They almost smell kind of almost plasticky. In ice fishing, having stuff like this sometimes is cool because you can carry it in your tackle box, in your pocket, and then you know you have it. Brownish egg with trout food. This was listed at $2.99, but you can have it, you know. And in Minnesota, trout fishing isn't open yet, so. But I imagine you could use this for more than just trout. You know, just because it says hatchery trout. You know, I don't know how I feel about this. It's kind of hit or miss. Maybe they know something I don't. I definitely will try it. I definitely will use it because I do some trout fishing. And you know, here we go again. This is floating trout bait. If you don't know what this stuff is, you either take your hook and you just dip it in there and get a good ball, or you get a good ball and you ball it up in your hands and then put it on your hook and it floats. Now this should. This doesn't really smell quite as bad either. It almost smells kind of sweet. You know, I don't know. It's different. I imagined, as soon as I opened it and I seen these, I imagined that these were going to be real powerful scent baits. But they're really mild. I think it's more of a taste, you know, once it hits the water. Magic is a brand that I do use, though. I buy minnows. I had some jars of the little minnows, but I also have a big bag up of the emerald shiners that I use for ice fishing and stuff. So it's a brand I use. This one is listed at $2.89. So there's, you know, $6 right there. Little, I don't know what to think about that. A little iffy on them, kind of more trout baits, but you know, we'll see what happens. Next we got VMC Tungsten Waxtail. I love tungsten. If you don't understand the concept of tungsten, it is heavier than lead. So a lead jig this size would not drop in the water column as fast as this one. Now it's got a waxy tail, or what do they call them, wax tails? Yeah, it says right on there, wax tails. It's black, so it's going to be real good. This time of year is really good because the water's still murky from the wind pushing it before the ice froze, and it's still settling. And then later in the year, once it settles, it's going to be real clear. You're going to be able to see the bottom pretty consistently in a lot of areas, except for real deep waters and stuff. But these are cool. I mean, VMC is a good brand. And this is it's the Trigger X, I believe, is the black waxtail. So that's cool. And these are listed at $229. So that's next we have Southern Pro Tack jig heads. These are real small, 1/64 ounce jig heads, and it looks like they gave us some crappie tubes to go with them, and the same brand, Southern Pro. So we have the Southern Pro crappie tubes, the little hustlers, and the jig heads. Now it's a decent size for panfish in the winter time. You know, looks good together. Pretty decent size. Not bad. You know, $1.70 for the jig heads and $1.09 for the tubes. So kind of filler items, but they go together. So that's important. I like that. Next we have the Mustads. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. These are, let's see if I can find the ones they sent us. I don't know what happened to the ones that they sent us. They sent us some, I probably put it away, but they sent us some in our walleye box, and I almost think the ones I got in my walleye box were smaller than the ones I got in this box. These are pretty big, and what I mean is, if you were to use, I mean, you're not going to use these two together. I mean, your quick, fast statch clip is bigger than your hook, so you're not going to use them two together, but you could possibly use it with like a flutter spoon, something like this. In fact, you couldn't even use it with this because it doesn't even fit in the eyelet. You know, everything in most of the stuff in ice fishing world is sized down. This is phenomenal. I seen it in there right away, and I wanted to do it last. I wanted to save the best for last. This is the Lunker Hunt, and it's the straight up jig, and it is exactly the same as, like, Rapala has one that they call oh, it's nice and heavy. Nice and heavy. The paint job on there is phenomenal. You know, I mean, it's really nice paint job. Rapala has one they call the Jigging Rap. Northland Tackle has one they call the Puppet Minnow. And see, you can take this treble hook off. You know, you can see that it's got a snap there. You can take that off of there and upsize. But I use these a lot. I use them for walleye fishing. I use these from probably mid-July, all the way through until fall fishing is completed, and they're in their deep pools. I'll find where they are, and I'll either put a live bait down in front of their face, and if they don't want that, or the minnow or the worm, then I'll put one of these on, and I'll just jig it in front of their face until they get so aggravated that they just bite it, and they do. And I love the jigging wraps and the puppet minnows, and now it's the straight up jig, I guess it's called. A lot of companies are starting to come out with these now. I love this. This is listed at $5.99, so it's, you know, it's not real expensive, but it's not too terribly bad either. So this is, it's not a bad box. You know, I don't necessarily, I've come to realize that these that the mustads that they send, the terminal tackle they send in, doesn't necessarily have to do with any specific box. Maybe in the bass box they might send you, you know, a certain size odd hook for the plastic they send you. But in the walleye boxes and in these boxes, I've come to realize that there is no specific, that the Mustad is just sending them stuff to send out. Maybe it's a new product that they want to get people using, or maybe it's a lot of leftovers that they're just not selling or promote. You know, they just way to promote it, whatever it is. But you know, this is the box we got today, and it's pretty good. I like it. I like the lunker hunt especially. The trout baits, you know, it's give or take on them, but I will use them. The tungstens, I'll always take tungsten. I will always take tungsten. You know, except sometimes you get tungstens that the paint jobs aren't so great. You know, sometimes they're just, but anyway, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. That's another box, another month down. Thanks for watching, guys.